In the far north of the planet, there is a land where cold is not just a climatic condition, but a force that shapes every detail of life. Alaska is a vast, wild, and unforgiving territory where winter dominates much of the year, and survival depends on endurance, strategy, and absolute adaptation. Here, ice advances over forests, rivers freeze for months, and darkness can last for whole weeks. In this extreme scenario, only the best prepared forms of life can persist. Wild Alaska is a constant test for all beings that inhabit this region. Food shortages, temperatures that plummet far below freezing, and sudden changes between seasons create an environment where there is no room for error. Every animal needs to make the most of summer's short windows of abundance to prepare for the long, harsh winter. In this eternal cycle, life balances between momentary abundance and survival on the edge. In this documentary, we will follow some of the most emblematic creatures of this extreme territory. The brown bear, one of the largest terrestrial predators on the planet, dominates rivers and forests, accumulating strength and fat to face months of hibernation. The moose, the silent giant of the boreal regions, traverses flooded areas and dense forests, depending on its strength and endurance to withstand the bitter cold and food shortages. The gray wolf, a symbol of northern wildlife, shows how cooperation and collective intelligence are essential to hunting and surviving in a hostile environment. In the skies of Alaska, the bald eagle reigns supreme as a symbol of power and precision. With her keen vision and imposing flight, she observes frozen rivers and icy coasts in search of opportunities, demonstrating that even in extreme cold, the sky is also a battlefield. And in the icy seas that surround this land, orcas patrol the waters with strategy and coordination, revealing that even in the ocean, Alaska poses unique challenges to the largest predators. Throughout this journey, we will see how each of these species has developed extraordinary adaptations to face one of the harshest environments on Earth. More than strength or size, survival in Alaska requires timing, endurance, and a deep attunement with nature. Here, the extreme cold does not choose victims, it tests everyone the same. This is an invitation to explore a world where life exists on the edge, where every day is an achievement and every season brings new challenges. Welcome to Wild Alaska, a place where nature dictates the rules and only the most prepared resist. The grizzly bear is the embodiment of brute strength and endurance in wild Alaska. Dominating forests, mountains, and riverbanks, it is one of the largest terrestrial predators on the planet and a presence that commands respect in any ecosystem. In Alaska, where the environment changes dramatically throughout the year, the grizzly bear is not only a powerful hunter, but a highly adapted survivor to one of the harshest climates on Earth. During Alaska's short summer, life goes into a fast pace. For the grizzly bear, this period is crucial. It needs to consume huge amounts of food to accumulate enough fat that will ensure its survival during the long winter. Fish, especially salmon, become the staple of their diet in many regions. During migration seasons, rivers turn into real hunting grounds where bears wait patiently for the right moment to attack. With a single stroke of their powerful paws, they are able to capture agile prey, demonstrating impressive accuracy and strength. In addition to fish, the brown bear feeds on fruits, roots, insects, and small mammals, showing an extremely versatile feeding behavior. This ability to adapt is essential in an environment where the availability of resources varies dramatically. When necessary, the bear can also hunt larger prey, utilizing its physical strength and endurance to overpower animals that many other predators would avoid facing. With the arrival of autumn, the grizzly bear's behavior changes. He enters a period known as hyperphagia, in which he spends much of his time eating almost without rest. The goal is clear: to gain as much weight as possible before hibernation. Within a few months, a bear can double its body mass, creating energy reserves that will be slowly consumed during the harsh winter. Hibernation is one of the most extraordinary adaptations of the grizzly bear. When temperatures drop and snow covers the landscape, it retreats to a burrow dug into the ground or unprotected. During this time, your metabolism slows down dramatically. The bear does not feed, does not drink water, and does not eliminate waste, surviving exclusively on accumulated reserves. This ability to enter a state of near suspension of life is essential to cope with months of extreme cold and total food shortages. Even though it is a solitary animal most of the time, the grizzly bear plays a key role in Alaska's ecological balance. By feeding on salmon and spreading waste throughout the environment, it redistributes nutrients from aquatic areas to forests, fertilizing the soil and benefiting countless other species. This ecological impact goes far beyond its position as a top predator. The grizzly bear's relationship with the environment is marked by respect and conflict when it involves human presence. The expansion of human activities, tourism, and the reduction of natural habitats increase encounters between bears and people, often with tragic consequences for both sides. The conservation of the species depends on strict environmental protection policies and a coexistence based on an understanding of the natural behavior of these animals. In wild Alaska, the grizzly bear symbolizes the essence of survival in its purest state. It doesn't dominate the environment by chance, but because it has evolved to resist where few can. Their presence reminds us that, in a territory governed by extreme cold, force is only effective when accompanied by adaptation, patience, and absolute respect for the laws of nature. The moose is the largest deer on the planet and one of the most impressive figures in wild Alaska. With its gigantic body, long legs, and towering antlers, it dominates the boreal forests, swamps, and riverbanks of the north. In an environment where extreme cold and deep snow constantly challenge locomotion and feeding, the moose represents strength, endurance, and an extraordinary adaptation to the harshest conditions. Unlike many animals that avoid flooded or icy areas, the moose finds an advantage in these environments. Its long legs allow it to traverse deep snow and swampy areas with relative ease, reaching areas where other herbivores can't reach. This ability reduces competition for food and increases your chances of survival during the harsh Alaskan winter. The moose's diet is primarily based on vegetation, including leaves, shoots, twigs, and aquatic plants. In summer, he takes advantage of the abundance of food to consume large quantities daily, accumulating essential energy reserves to face the most difficult months. During the winter, when vegetation becomes scarce and covered by snow, the elk starts to feed on woody branches and bark, demonstrating a remarkable ability to adapt to feeding. Despite its tranquil appearance, the moose is an extremely powerful animal. Adult males can weigh more than 600 kilograms, and their antlers are not just ornamental. During the breeding season, known as rut, males enter into intense disputes for the right to mate. These battles involve violent shoving and ramming of antlers, capable of causing serious injuries. This competitive behavior ensures that only the strongest individuals pass on their genes, strengthening the species over generations. Moose behavior is usually solitary, especially outside the breeding season. It spends much of its time moving slowly in search of food, always on the lookout for possible threats. Their sense of smell and hearing are highly developed, compensating for the relatively limited vision. These heightened senses allow the moose to detect predators from a distance, reacting quickly when necessary. Among its main predators is the gray wolf, which usually hunts in groups to increase the chances of success against such a large animal. Grizzly bears also pose a threat, especially to cubs. Still, a healthy adult moose can be extremely dangerous when cornered, using its strong legs to kick back even large predators. The presence of the moose is critical to Alaska's ecological balance. By feeding on large amounts of vegetation, it directly influences the structure of forests and wetlands, shaping the environment for countless other species. Their movements also create nature trails that end up being used by other animals, demonstrating their indirect impact on the ecosystem. In wild Alaska, the moose symbolizes silent survival. It does not depend on extreme speed or constant aggressiveness, but on strength, endurance, and a deep adaptation to the environment. In the midst of extreme cold and icy landscapes, the moose is still going strong, proving that even the greatest challenges can be faced with balance and perseverance. The gray wolf is one of the strongest symbols of Alaska's wildlife. An inhabitant of boreal forests, tundras, and mountainous regions, he represents collective intelligence applied to survival in one of the most hostile environments on the planet. In a territory where extreme cold and food scarcity place clear limits on life, the wolf does not survive alone. Its greatest strength is in the group. Life in a pack is the basis of the gray wolf's success. Each individual has a clear role, and cooperation allows them to hunt prey much larger than a wolf could handle alone. This social organization is essential in Alaska, where prey such as moose and caribou require strategy, endurance, and coordination. During a hunt, wolves use prolonged chases to wear down their prey, exploiting fatigue and difficulty moving in deep snow. The body of the gray wolf is perfectly adapted to the intense cold. Its thick coat, composed of 2 layers, offers efficient thermal insulation, protecting it from extreme temperatures. The wide legs work as true natural rackets, distributing the weight of the body on the snow and facilitating movement on icy terrain. In addition, its physical endurance allows it to travel dozens of kilometers in a single day in search of food. Communication is another fundamental aspect of the wolf's life. Howls, body postures, and facial expressions are used to maintain pack cohesion, delimit territory, and coordinate activities. The howl, often associated with mystery and loneliness, is actually a tool for collective survival. It allows pack members to locate themselves on vast tracts of land and fends off rival groups, avoiding unnecessary confrontations. gray wolf's diet is based primarily on large herbivores, but it also feeds on smaller animals and carcasses when needed. This dietary flexibility is vital in an unpredictable environment. In periods of scarcity, the pack can go days without success in hunting, depending on collective efficiency to survive until the next opportunity. The ecological role of the wolf in Alaska is profound. As a top predator, it regulates herbivore populations, preventing overexploitation of vegetation. Its presence maintains the balance of ecosystems, influencing everything from the growth of forests to the distribution of other animal species. The absence of the wolf can trigger cascading effects, completely altering the natural dynamics of the region. The relationship between wolves and humans has not always been harmonious. For decades, the species was persecuted and controlled, seen as a threat to livestock and sport hunting. However, modern studies show that wolf preservation is essential to the health of Alaska's ecosystems. Conservation and monitoring programs have helped ensure coexistence between humans and these predators. In wild Alaska, the gray wolf symbolizes the strength of unity. It proves that even in the most extreme environments, survival depends not only on individual strength, but on cooperation, intelligence, and the ability to act as a whole. Amid the icy silence of the tundra, the wolf's howl echoes as a reminder that life, even under extreme conditions, finds ways to persist. The bald eagle is one of the most iconic birds in wild Alaska and a true symbol of power, precision, and dominance of the skies. Present along rivers, lakes, coastal forests, and mountainous regions, it finds in this extreme territory the ideal conditions to exercise its role as an aerial predator. In Alaska, where nature imposes constant challenges, the bald eagle stands out for its ability to observe, wait, and attack at the right moment. His sight is one of the most impressive in the animal kingdom. The bald eagle can see prey from miles away, detecting minimal movement even over icy surfaces or partially frozen waters. This skill is essential in an environment where feeding opportunities can be rare and need to be taken advantage of with maximum efficiency. From the top of trees or gliding at high altitudes, she watches patiently before acting. The bald eagle's diet is mainly made up of fish, which explains its strong association with rivers and coastal areas. During salmon migrations, Alaska turns into a veritable feast for these birds. With a quick and precise dive, the eagle captures the fish with its sharp talons, demonstrating a perfect combination of strength and coordination. In addition to fish, it also feeds on smaller birds, small mammals, and carcasses, showing remarkable feeding flexibility. The bald eagle's body is perfectly adapted to the intense cold. Its dense plumage offers efficient thermal insulation, while its large size helps to conserve warmth. The powerful claws are not only used to capture prey, but also to ensure firmness when landing on ice-covered branches or slippery surfaces. Even in adverse weather conditions, the eagle maintains absolute control of its movements. Bald eagle reproduction is marked by long-lasting bonds. Couples usually stay together for life, returning year after year to the same nest, which can reach gigantic proportions over time. These nests, built in tall trees or cliffs, offer protection from predators and a privileged view of the surrounding territory. The chicks depend intensely on their parents, who take turns hunting and protecting the nest. Despite occupying the top of the food chain among birds, the bald eagle has also faced serious threats in the past. Pollution, pesticide use, and habitat destruction nearly led to the species collapsing in several regions of North America. In Alaska, more isolated populations have been able to resist better, but conservation remains critical to ensuring their long-term survival. The bald eagle's ecological role goes beyond predation. By consuming fish and carcasses, it helps to control populations and keep the environment clean, contributing to the balance of aquatic and terrestrial ecosystems. Its presence is indicative of healthy environments, where natural resources still function in a balanced way. In wild Alaska, the bald eagle represents the constant vigilance of nature. Silent, precise, and relentless, she observes everything from above, remembering that, even in a world dominated by ice and extreme cold, the sky is also a territory of dispute. His image, silhouetted against icy landscapes, symbolizes the grandeur and force of life in one of the most challenging environments on the planet. The orca is the supreme predator of the Alaskan seas and one of the most intelligent and efficient creatures on the planet. In the cold, nutrient-rich waters of the North Pacific, it occupies the absolute top of the food chain with no natural enemies. In an environment where extreme cold challenges even the largest marine animals, the orca stands out for the perfect combination of strength, strategy, and social cooperation. The body of the orca is designed for maximum performance in icy waters. Its thick layer of fat acts as thermal insulation, allowing it to maintain body temperature even in near-freezing seas. The imposing dorsal fin and powerful pectoral fins ensure stability, speed, and maneuverability, essential for hunting in complex environments such as fjords, bays, and coastal regions of Alaska. The orca's intelligence is one of its greatest assets. Living in highly organized family groups, known as pods, they demonstrate sophisticated social behaviors and hunting techniques passed down from generation to generation. Each group develops specific strategies adapted to the type of prey available in its region. In Alaska, some orcas specialize in hunting fish, while others hunt marine mammals such as seals and sea lions. During hunting, cooperation is absolute. Orcas communicate through complex vocalizations, coordinating movements with impressive precision. In certain situations, they use purposely created waves to knock prey off ice floes or surround schools of fish, compressing them until the ideal moment of attack. This strategic capability places the orca among the most efficient predators ever observed in the wild. The diet of the orca in Alaska reflects the abundance of the cold seas. Salmon, seals, sea lions, and even large whales can be part of your menu, depending on the group and time of year. This food versatility ensures their survival in an environment where the availability of prey can vary drastically according to the seasons. The reproduction of the orca is marked by strong family ties. Females remain with the group throughout their lives, playing a central role in leadership and the transmission of knowledge. Puppies have depended on pod protection for years, learning hunting and communication techniques essential to survival. This social model strengthens the group as a whole, increasing its chances in an extreme environment. Despite its dominant position, the orca also faces increasing threats. Ocean pollution, noise caused by vessels, and reduced fish stocks directly affect their survival. In Alaska, where the seas are still relatively unpreserved, the presence of orcas is a sign of ecological balance, but that balance is fragile and depends on ongoing conservation efforts. In wild Alaska, the orca represents the absolute power of the icy oceans. It demonstrates that intelligence, cooperation, and adaptation can turn an extreme environment into dominated territory. Gliding silently under the cold waters, the orca ends this journey by reminding us that, even at the edge of life, nature always finds extraordinary ways to thrive. Wild Alaska is one of the last large territories where nature still imposes its own laws. Throughout this documentary, it has become clear that extreme cold is not only a challenge, but a rigorous filter that selects which life forms manage to stay. Every icy landscape, every boreal forest, and every raging sea is home to species that have learned to survive on the edge, adapting body, behavior, and strategy to an environment that never offers ease. The brown bear showed how strength needs to go hand in hand with patience and preparation. The moose revealed that size and endurance are fundamental weapons in a world dominated by snow and scarcity. The gray wolf taught that unity and collective intelligence can overcome even the most extreme challenges. The bald eagle proved that even under icy skies, accuracy and observation are decisive. And the orca ended this journey by demonstrating that, in the cold seas of the north, the combination of intelligence, cooperation, and power turns the ocean into dominated territory. These animals do not live in isolation. They are part of an interconnected system, where each species plays an essential role in maintaining ecological balance. The absence of a single link can have profound impacts, altering entire food chains and compromising the health of the environment. Alaska is more than a setting of ice and silence. It is a living laboratory of adaptation, where life has found extraordinary ways to persist against all odds. However, even this seemingly untouched territory is not immune to human actions. Climate change, exploitation of natural resources, and pollution threaten the delicate balance that sustains these species. Protecting wild Alaska means preserving not only iconic animals, but also natural processes that take thousands of years to establish and that can be destroyed in a few decades. By observing life in Alaska, we understand that nature is not fragile, but it is not infinite either. It resists, adapts, and continues as long as it is allowed space to exist. It is up to us to recognize this value and understand that the preservation of these extreme environments is a shared responsibility. If you've made it this far, you're part of a community that values wildlife and knowledge about the planet. Subscribe to the channel to continue exploring the most extreme and fascinating places in the world. Leave your like to support this documentary and help this content reach more people. And in the comments, let us know where you're watching from and which of these Alaskan animals impressed you the most. Your participation is essential for these stories to continue to be told.